YouTube, what's happening? How are you guys doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a lot of fun. It was a great weekend. Got some work done. Baseball team won both games. All good news there. So just last week, obviously, I wasn't able to post as much content as I would have liked to. I had a couple things that were going on, as I mentioned in the previous video, but this video is going to be much different than the ones that I've created in the past. And I know I haven't created that many, and this is probably something that I will touch on more when I have more subscribers, when I have more people who are following me, when I have more people who are interested in what I'm doing, and more people who just want to get good value. I have a friend, and I don't know this guy too well. I've met him. Was a very smart guy, great entrepreneur. He had started his first business when he was 17, and he was respected amongst, I respected him. I liked what he was doing in his space, and, he, again, and this is kind of it's not sad, but it's sad, but he was diagnosed with cancer, and it had spread to some different areas of his body. And, again, I'm not going to pretend that, we're super good friends. Look, if this happened to anybody, though, that you're really good friends with, obviously it hurts more. But, I'm not going to pretend to be like, oh, this guy was my best friend. I did know him, though, like I said. And, it really just made me think. Really made me think, wow, the guy is 23. He's 23 years old. I honestly have no idea how old my subscribers are. If you guys are in your 20s and your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever it may be, your teens, it doesn't really matter to me. But I really want you to put that time factor in your head right now and just think about what you've been spending your time doing. Think about how valuable is your time right now. Are you somebody that gets paid $10 an hour? Are you somebody that gets paid $100 an hour, $1,000 an hour, $10,000 an hour? Whatever it may be, think about your time. Just, pause the video, think about your time, and really do think, okay, what have I been doing? For real, what have you been doing? What have I been doing? Because when I heard that, honestly, it was just like, wow, it's something that's really tough. Something that's seriously difficult. And, I don't know how. I've never been in that position before with one of my really close friends. I don't know how I would handle it. It would obviously not be easy. The percentage, of living something like that is very slim. And so for my guys who follow me, for my girls who follow me here, think about what you're doing. How do you value your time? Honestly, when I heard that, I was hurt, but I also thought to myself, there's some of us who have hard times taking action. Some of us who don't know what to do. Some of us who really, don't know how to take action. I know how to take action. I have taken action, but I thought wow, I can do better. You can do better. You 110% can do better. And I can do way better too. You think, I'm 23. I had an uncle who passed away at 44, 45. If I've already lived half of my life to this point, what have I accomplished? What have I done? Will people remember me as somebody who, oh yeah, that guy, he made a few dollars? Or will they remember me as somebody who, that guy, gosh, he really helped a lot of people. He provided a lot of value, and he really touched some different people in some area in your life. I might not even touch you in a place of entrepreneurship, in a place of making money. This is something that we can all relate to. People, like, sickness happens a lot. It's only getting higher and higher. So, guys, think about what you're doing. What are you eating? What are you drinking? Are you doing certain things that are not healthy for you? Do you exercise ever? Because if your health is not good, you aren't going to make any money. Bottom line, if your health is not good, you are not going to, you're not going to make any money. Well, you can make, I'm sorry, I should rephrase. You can make money, but long term, obviously that's not something you want to deal with. Health is probably the most important thing. Whether relationships or finance or, second or third most important to you, it depends on where you're at. But I wanted to make this, I want you guys to really think hard and long about what you've been doing. Are you a ghost behind the screen doing Amazon FBA? Are you a ghost behind the screen doing Shopify? Are you somebody who has an inner circle of players who look up to you for advice and they say, hey, how can I improve my sales here? How can I do this? How can I do that? Whatever gives you fulfillment, that's great. But I promise you there is more fulfillment than just making a few dollars. I can guarantee you that. Even a lot of dollars. Once you make it to that point, once you get to that point where, wow, I have a lot of money, I hope you've helped people. I hope you have given back. I'll tell you what, once I make, I'll say my first million, I would love to donate a large percentage of that to some sort of charity. And I'll be happy to share it with YouTube. I'll be very transparent. I'm not going to lie about this stuff. So, I heard that just a few days ago, and that, it just really hurt. And it was a guy who was, healthy dude, looked fine, wasn't, out of shape, would have never guessed. And, here he is. So, I don't want to use names, not going to describe. I don't want to, I'm not going to say anything about that, but it really, really hurt. So, evaluate what you're doing. Think about what you're doing. Think about if you've already lived half your life and you haven't even started to do what you want to do, or you're too scared to do what you want to do. Why? Why be scared? There's no point. Time is so limited. All these courses, everything, they're just meant for you to be able to, instead of taking 4 months to get started, you take a month, you take 15 days. My high ticket program, it's just an accelerator. And you're going to learn, obviously you're going to learn skills that you don't have, but it's a lot more efficient than you going out spending 6 months trying to do something. It's a lot more efficient than that. How much do you value your time? Is $1,000 worth 6 months? Is it? If I could pay $1,000 and go back 6 months from now, I would do it. I told you guys, I would give back everything. I'd give back everything I have to go back 3 years from now. 100% I would. Because I'm way smarter. I'm way smarter, and I know I could get to this position, assuming I kept my knowledge, that is. I could get to that position way quicker. I could get to this position way quicker. I know I could. I feel like wealthy people will buy time while poor people will sell time. Being in a high ticket position, I have certain courses that my one that I have is currently just pre-recorded. I don't really have to spend any time doing it. The high ticket club, I do all of my stuff pre-recorded because I want to figure out, what really gets to you guys, what message, you guys love. And just at the end of the day, figuring out, okay, what lesson, or not what lesson, but which part should I include here? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do that? I want to make sure, I'm giving the best to you guys. So I don't want to go too much longer, but just think, you have a friend who, is ill, somebody who passed away. Where were they in their life? How old were they? Where are you in your life, and how old are you? If you double your age right now, did they live past that? I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I just want to just put this in perspective. Put this in perspective. Think about how valuable your time is, and think, is that course a scam, or is it just going to accelerate my process of, oh, okay, I can slash 6 months off the calendar because I know I'm going to get it in one. Think about it. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and have a good rest of your day. I know that's kind of like a downer for a Monday, but it's really important for me to be able to tell you guys, like, look, value your time. Don't be afraid, because you know what? One day it's going to be all over, and be remembered for something more than just making some money. All right. Later, YouTube.